Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Pharmacypedia. Today we are here to discuss again a very interesting topic, that is about the understanding the sensitive toothpaste, the science behind the sensitive toothpaste. So sensitivity is basically caused when the exposure of the dentine inside the tooth takes place. So then dentine is actually covered by a layer of enamel. So when this enamel gets eroded due to any number of the reasons and it gets exposed, you feel the sensitivity. So when the nerve endings in the pulp are irritated by various stimuli factors, a sharp shocking pain is being felt. So there are different types of the stimuli which triggers the pain in the tooth. For example, hot and cold sensitivity through the which is also known as the thermal sensitivity due to the change in the temperature, or sometimes it may also arise due to electrical sensitivity or mechanical factors like dental probe during the dental examination. Sensitivity may occur, or it may be due to the osmotic pressure or due to the evaporation also sometimes, and also it is believed to have occurred due to the chemical stimuli, for example the gastric juices or like acid sensitivity. So when it comes to the treatment, there are two types of the sensitivity. First is the dentinal sensitivity and second is the pulpal sensitivity. So dentinal sensitivity occurs when it is arises and the root causes dentine exposure. As I've discussed, the root get exposed inside the dentine, which through which are the various nerve endings, and when these nerve endings get sensitized, you feel the pain. And second type of sensitivity is the pulpal sensitivity. Pulpal is actually the basically the pulp of the mass which is present in the middle of the tooth and which occurs is actually apart from the dentine, and this sensitivity is called the pulpal sensitivity. Most of the time the sensitivity which is being felt is the dentinal sensitivity. Now, when it comes to the dentinal sensitivity, the pain may be very severe pain, or it may be localized, limited to one or two teeth pain, or it may be generalized pain. So, sensitive teeth can be improved, can be sensitivity can be removed by the use of sensitive toothpaste. So, sensitive toothpaste basically acts by two mechanisms. First is the occlusion or blockage of the dentin tubules. For example, the use of resins, varnishes, toothpaste. So what happens when you visit any dentist for the treatment of your sensitive tooth? He basically covers that tooth part, so that that dentine exposure is being removed. And this takes place by the use of various resins or varnishes, or it can happen sometimes with the sensitive toothpaste also, since toothpaste recommends to be used for 1 minute for that particular sensitive tooth. So actually it coats down that tooth, and by which the pain is actually reduced. And second way by which the sensitivity tooth acts is by the desensitization. Since nerve endings get irritated, so when these desensitization of the nerve fibers takes place, by blocking the various neural transmissions, for example the use of potassium chloride, potassium citrate and potassium nitrate, these are the substances which actually works by the principle of desensitization. They soothe sound the nerve endings, they calms down the nerve, and the pain is reduced. So let us try to understand the specific agents which are being used in the sensitive toothpaste formulations. Hardly there are 3 to 4 main key substances which are being used. First is the role of the potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate, as I've discussed, it is a desensitizing agent which actually is added to the to calm down the nerve, to soothe down the nerves and reduce the pain. It is used generally in the concentration of 5%. Then apart from that, there is an enamel-like substance which actually uh, coats and avoids that dental exposure occurred during the dentinal sensitivity. So there are substances like strontium chloride, strontium acetate, arginine, calcium carbonate, hydroxyapatite, or like calcium sodium phosphosilicate. These are the substances which actually mimics that calcium part, and they coat down the dental. whereby reducing the sensitivity. The second type belongs to the mainly due to the strontium chloride, strontium acetate. So first I've discussed was about the potassium nitrate. It had a huge role in desensitization. Second, strontium substances, strontium related substances, they actually mimic the calcium part, whereby fulfilling that dentine exposure part. And third is the fluorides are basically the anti-cavity agents. They actually reduce down the itching and the plaque formation. They reduces down the harmful acid effects on the tooth. So broadly, the substances can be classified into three types: role of fluorides, role of nitrates, and calcium mimicking substances like strontium, hydroxyapatite, calcium sodium phosphosilicates, and calcium carbonate. Now when we talk about the fluoride is an anti-cavity agent. So when it is being used regularly in the form of the either fluoride rinses or the fluoride toothpaste, definitely the plaque activity is being reduced, and sensitivity and pain is also gets reduced simultaneously. So fluorides are basically used because they decrease permeability of the dentine in vitro. It has been found in various studies that the permeability of the dentine is reduced. So if the dentine is enamel is being procured properly and there are no cavity formations, the pain would not occur, and it may be one of the ways of long-term treatment of sensitivity. Next comes the very important role of potassium, which I have discussed. Potassium nitrate is widely used in sensitive toothpaste because when it is placed in deep dentine cavities, it causes nerve depolarization and prevent repolarization. So due to this soothing down of the nerve endings, calming down of the nerve endings, it is believed that the potassium ion diffuses along the dentinal tubules to inactivate intradental nerves. So this is one of the key substances being added to the sensitive toothpaste. Now, nowadays, the latest technology utilizes the use of various other kinds of the adhesives, including the varnishes, bonding agents, and like restorative material, because these material offer improved desensitization. So, regular use of these potassium, strontium, and fluoride containing toothpaste actually prevents the sensitivity in a long term. They actually helps in the prevention form of the category. But once a person is suffering from various severe sort of the sensitivity, that can be treated using the use of latest adhesives and various varnishes, bonding agents, and restorative material, whereby the dentine exposure is being reduced, nerves are being blocked out, and the sensitivity pain doesn't feel. So let us now try to understand the success story of the Sensodyne toothpaste. It is long way back. It comprises of three key elements. First is, as discussed, potassium nitrate, which acts as a desensitizing agent. Second is the potassium acid, strontium acetate, which mimics the calcium, and a third is the novel Novamine technology, also known as the sodium phosphosilicate. So it replenishes the mineral resources. So let us try to understand the key features. Potassium nitrate, the potassium ion in the Sensodyne is believed to soothe down the nerves. It actually calms down the nerves by depolarization effect. Strontium acetate mimics the calcium part. So when the strontium in Sensodyne replaces some of the calcium lost from the dentine and the blocks of the exposed tubules in the dentinal tissue. So it actually mimics the calcium effect and it strengthens out the teeth. It actually helps in the remineralization. So it helps the movement of the fluid within the tubules in response to a sensitivity stimulus that could otherwise cause the tooth pain. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe Pharmacypedia. Also, please provide your views in the comment box. Thank you so much.